Dr. Curry, in answering that question, were you consulting anything?
Dr. Hughes.
Dr. I'm so sorry. Dr. Hughes, were you consulting anything? Dr. Curry, Dr. Hughes, I don't know why I keep doing that. My apologies. My apologies. Dr. Hughes.
The obsessive jealousy, the control aspect, and his threatening of suicide to kill himself. So those were risk factors that placed her in the increased danger range. The problem is there's a classic double bind. The violence has been so normalized in the relationship now. She gets hit if she does yell. She gets hit if she doesn't yell. So for women who feel at certain moments that they need to preserve some sense of their autonomy and their independence and stand up for themselves, they will yell and they will fight back, even though the risk of violence is there.
You stated that you conducted psychological testing, is that correct?
That is correct.
Can you...
Overruled, all
Can you please tell the jury how many psychological assessments you administered to Amber Heard?
I administered 12.
Can you please tell the jury which ones you administered?
So I am going to refer to my designation that has the list so that I don't forget anything.
Okay.
So I administered...
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
She can refresh her recollection.
As long as she's not reading it.
Right. You just can't read. You're not supposed to read from it, but you can refresh your recollection as you're speaking.
So I can look and just look up, and that's refreshing my recollection? Okay.
All right, if we could approach for a moment.
Dr. Hughes, were you consulting anything? Dr. Curry's here, I guess, as well. That's a bit confusing.
I'm consulting my cheat sheet of the dates that I saw Ms. Heard so that I could accurately report to the court. I also have my final designation in front of me so that I could give the most accurate information to what I...
Dr. Hughes, if you need to consult your notes to answer something, let us know that you need to try to answer to the best of your ability. And then if you need to do that, just let us know you're consulting your notes, okay? The concern is that you not read from them, that you consult them as you need to, okay?
Correct. I just don't want this to be a memory test of having conducted many documents, 80 pages of notes,
But you
12 psychological testings to...
You can reference your notes, just don't read from them, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right, Dr. Hughes, since you're still in the middle of your testimony, please don't discuss your testimony with anybody, including the attorneys, okay? And anything that you looked at, referenced during your direct examination, if you could just turn that over so they can review that before cross-examination, okay? All right, thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I just, I presume she wants to be able to take that back with her.
We can get copies of it. We'll get whatever it is.
Okay, good.
We'll make sure you get copies of it, so make sure you get copies of it so she can keep her originals. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
I have copies of everything that I looked at. Other than
Okay.
my
Well, no. We're not talking right now. Court's in session.
than my
Thank you.
post-it note.
All right. So anything else then? So we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Correct? All right. Thank you.
That there is, testimony in this case that, Mr. Depp decided to leave because he didn't want to be violent. And I do think that's true sometimes. I think he did leave in times where he didn't want an altercation. He did leave after an altercation. He did leave and then came back and continued the altercation. So leaving wasn't the defining variable. The problem was that, with this obsessiveness and this perseveration that he had, the fight would always come back. So leaving might end the argument for that moment, but Miss Heard knew he was always going to come back, and he was going to, you know, start the interrogation once again.
With multiple credible witnesses, documents, and authentic tape recordings of Ms. Heard herself, not only satisfying all of the requisite elements of his claim for defamation, including actual malice, but also going the extra mile of showing that Ms. Heard physically abused him. She's the abuser in this courtroom. The second, and this is reflected.
Your Honor, if I could finish my argument, I mean, I would appreciate.
I can't wait to oppose this.
That's fine. Go ahead.
That,
Go ahead,
so,
sir.
and again,